A beacon on a hilltop. Norman breezes furrow the black and gold. Hello and welcome to the Cleveland County Classic, and it's going to look a little bit different than it has in years past as the McAlester Buffaloes are taking on the Norman North Timberwolves in this edition of the Cleveland County Classic. Hello everyone, I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, coming to you live on KNED 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, the KNED app, as well as online at McAllisterRadio.com. So the McAlester Buffaloes, they are playing one game today, and only one game for this entire festival. As you may know, because if you're listening from McAlester, there's a lot of rain that is already come in Oklahoma, and it's going to continue to pour down over the next couple of days. So things got changed up a little bit today. Instead of playing at 4 and 6:30, that got moved to 11 and then to 1:30. Then it got pushed up an hour to 12 and then to 2:30. And then now, because the rain kept lingering on, it got pushed to 3 o'clock, and only one game for the McAlester Buffaloes, and it's against the Norman North Timberwolves here at Norman High School, just a few minutes away from the beautiful campus of the University of Oklahoma. So again, we are video streaming here today. Let us know where you're watching or listening from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Again, that's Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Or you can let us know on Facebook at facebook.com/McAlester Radio. Just comment underneath the last post that we put out in regards to McAlester baseball. So the Buffaloes are wearing their gold jerseys today, black pants, black looks like numerals on the front and back. And as for the Norman North Timberwolves, they're wearing their black-on-black jerseys with the black numerals, white outline, black hats as well. So the McAlester Buffaloes 8-8 on the year. The Timberwolves just one game better in terms of wins. They are 9-7 on the year in the same amount of games, coming off of the 19-17 season a year ago, where they lost to Midwest City 8-5 so far this season. They've also played Rattan 3-0, and they lost to the Rams. They lost to Clara 3-2. They beat Muskogee 19-0, and they beat a team called Jackson South. I believe that's Jackson Southside. That was all in Gulf Shores. So they played 3 out of their 4 games out of state against teams that are inside their state, and they ended up going 2-2 over in Gulf Shores. So the McAlester Buffaloes are coming off of a big-time win over the Booker T. Washington Hornets. That was on Tuesday. After losing 4-3 on Monday, they bounced back, won 5-2, and looking to keep things rolling and start a new win streak. Again, they won 5 in a row before their loss on Monday. If they can get a win here today, it'd be a pretty big one. And as we have Coach Justin Mullins for the McAlester Buffaloes and Coach Brian Ayler for the Norman North Timberwolves meeting at home plate, let's look at our lineups. Starting off with the McAlester Buffaloes, that'll be the visiting team on the scoreboard. Leading it off, the catcher, number 2, Jackson McKinney. McKinney behind the plate. Batting second, the second baseman, number 1, Spencer Stinchcomb. Stinchcomb at second. Batting third, the shortstop, number 21, Denver Durant. Durant at short. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, number 11, Gunnar Hodgel. Hodgel in right field. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 14, Cole Labus. Labus at first. Batting sixth, the DH, number 23, Jackson Morgan. Morgan, the designated hitter for the pitcher, number 10, Grant Mullins. Mullins on the mound. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 6, Blake Judkins. Judkins in left. Batting eighth, playing third base, number 12, Parker Dusenberry. Dusenberry at the hot corner. And rounding out the starting 9 for the black and gold, the center fielder, number 5, Jordan Clark. Clark in straightaway center. Now for the Norman North Timberwolves, 9-7 on the year, as we mentioned, residing in District 6A2, where they're currently 5th at a 3-3 record. Leading it off will be the left fielder, number 1, Kylan Johnson. Johnson in left. Batting second, the third baseman, number 13, Ty Lashbrook. Lashbrook at third. Batting third, the center fielder, number 12, Will Lundquist. Lundquist in straightaway center. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 5, Charles Kopis. Kopis behind the plate. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 2, Luke Spencer. Spencer at short. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 7, Trevor Smith. Smith at first base. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 6, Austin Eyrig. Eyrig at second base. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 17, Carson Hawk. Hawk, the DH for the pitcher, number 20, Ace Lewis. Lewis on the mound. And rounding out the starting 9 for the Timberwolves, the right fielder, number 3, Evan Vineyard. Vineyard in right field. So again, only one game here in the festival for the McAlester Buffaloes, really for all teams playing. All teams, and no matter where they're at. Again, the original locations were supposed to be Noble, Norman, and Norman North. That got changed yesterday to Southmore now becoming one of the locations, and Norman North not being one of those. And with all the rain that continued to pour down, only one day today. And for McAlester, it's here in Norman. And before we get started, I do want to give a huge shout out to the people over here at Norman High School that has great hospitality, put me up in the press box, is able to get this game video stream for you guys because of just their generosity. So I've only been able to go to the Norman Baseball Stadium once before, but it was a pleasure, and it's a pleasure to be back underneath cloudy, cold skies as we have the shaking of hands at home plate. I think we have enough time to take a commercial break, possibly, as Norman North does take the field. I don't know if we're going to be having a national anthem here today, and it doesn't look like we will. So actually, we're going to keep things right here. But while we do wait, we'd like to thank our sponsors for the season: Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, WE Offered Propane, Fenton Nissan and McAlester, Big John's Auto Repair, The Bank and A, First Realty, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Tandy Hill Furniture and Mattress, and JP All-American Outdoor Contracting, LLC. So one more time, let's look around the diamond for the Norman North Timberwolves. The first time that I can remember McAlester playing the Timberwolves. Definitely the first time in at least 8 years that the two teams have met. At first base, it's Smith. Second base, Eyrig. At short, Spencer. At third, Lashbrook. In the outfield, Johnson in left, Lundquist in center, and Vineyard in right. In the battery for the Timberwolves, you have Copus behind the plate and Ace Lewis on the mound. And what a name to have if you're a pitcher. Ace Lewis, the righty, well, going up against this heavy righty lineup for the Buffaloes. Leading it off will be Jackson McKinney, Spencer Stinchcomb, and Denver Durant. We're about to have first pitch. That is brought to you by Big V Feed Center. See Big V Feed Center in McAlester, Hatco Farm and Ranch in Kiowa, and Chakota Wholesale Feed Company in Chakota for your spring feeding needs. We're about to have our final pitch come up from Ace Lewis. Let us know again where you're listening from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio or Facebook at facebook.com/McAlester Radio to show your support. It is a cold, windy, and thankfully, right now, not rainy day. 52 degrees will be the first pitch temperature, dropping, well, actually, it's going to increase only up to about 53 degrees. Winds are around 20 miles per hour, gusts around 34. We do have Brian Hodgel tuning in from Arizona, says, let's go Buffs, get the W. And I'm going to be able to check on Facebook here in just a second for our Facebook peeps. All right. So Lewis is ready. McKinney is ready. Here's the windup, and the first pitch of the ball game is lined over to right field, and it will be caught by the right fielder, Vineyard, on a frozen rope from Jackson McKinney, and that's how this one gets started off. It's baseball time here in the Heartland. So McKinney with a line out to right field brings up the second baseman, number 1, Spencer Stinchcomb. One pitch, one out. That's going to help out the old pitch count of Ace Lewis. First pitch to Stinchcomb. Curveball that nearly, I think it did hit him. It was a curveball that grazed the back of Spencer Stinchcomb, so we've had two pitches. Well, Stinchcomb was taking everything off, flipping the bat, saying, I'm going to take first base. The umpire let him do all that and then said, it didn't hit you, stay right here. And then Stinchcomb says, okay, well, forget about the leg guard. I'm going to keep that thing off, and I'll just dig back into the box. So 1 ball, no strikes. That was a weird interaction there. Here's the windup from Lewis, and the next pitch goes back to the curveball, nearly hits him again. Again, ducking for cover. It's Stinchcomb. 2 balls, no strikes. Just getting started. Only one game for the weekend for the Buffaloes. It's this one right here against Norman North. Lewis rocks and fires. Fastball is going to be fouled out of play towards the parking lot. 2 balls, 1 strike. Quite a bit of velocity here from Ace Lewis. Trying to find his off-speed stuff here early. 2-1 pitch. Chopper up the middle, ranging over the shortstop. Nice sliding play. Slides across the turf, throws to first, and nearly got Stinchcomb. As Spencer over at shortstop looked like he was on a slip and slide. Luke Spencer made a nice play behind the second base bag, and he threw from his backside. But the other Spencer Stinchcomb, was able to beat it out down the first base line for McAllister's first hit. And coincidentally, McAlester played Norman here last year, the only other time that McAllister's played at Norman High School in the last 8 or so years. Spencer Stinchcomb had the only hit in that game, prevented McAllister from getting no hit on Norman's senior day. So Denver Durant comes up to the plate, pickoff over to first, and coming back in without having to slide is Stinchcomb. And I'm sure that if you are playing today, that's the one thing you don't want to do is slide. Pickoff back over to first. With how cold it is and how windy it is, if you're going to get wet today, which the turf is wet, the infield is all turf, including the mound. As we have a third consecutive pickoff to first, Stinchcomb really not going anywhere. So every part of the infield is turf. All of the outfield is grass. So it's like a swamp out there in left, center, and right. A 4th consecutive pickoff from Ace Lewis to Spencer Stinchcomb. So 4 straight pickoffs, and Stinchcombe's not even taking that big of a lead. So he's going to do it a 5th time. What is going on? Ace Lewis has thrown 5 pickoffs consecutively to first base without firing a pitch to Denver Durant. And the catcher Copus goes to speak with Lewis, and I don't know if he's saying, hey, what's up? Are you getting the right signs? But 5 straight pickoffs from Lewis. And if I were a betting man, which I'm not, but I think that once the first pitch is fired to Durant, as long as it's not struck, you're probably going to get a cheer from the McAlester dugout. First pitch to Durant. Line drive up the middle. It is struck. Back-to-back base hits by the Buffaloes. That time it's Denver Durant extending his hit streak now to 9 games in a row. He puts runners at first and second with 1 down for Gunnar Hodgel. So Gunnar Hodgel steps up to the plate, the cleanup hitter, batting .385 on the year, a team-leading .543 on base percentage with 1 home run. You're going to have to really get a hold of one today if you're going to want to hit a bomb. First pitch to Hodgel, way outside with fastball, ball 1. Speaking of which, let's look at our dimensions. It's only 320 down the left and right field lines. It's 375 dead center field, but the wind is blowing in today, as we mentioned, sometimes gusts as high as 34 miles per hour. 1-0. Pops it up right side. Wind's going to take that one into the parking lot. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. The Buffaloes looking to strike here early. They already have more hits in this game than they had the entirety against Norman last year. Again, they're really paying attention to Stinchcombe. There's another spin move over to second base. No throw that time. One pitch to Hodgel. Fastball just missing the bottom of the zone. Again, Lewis bringing plenty of velocity. He struggled early with some of his off-speed stuff. He threw 2 over the back of Stinchcombe, who ducked for cover. Hodgel's ahead in the count, 2-1, top of the first. Next pitch. That fastball misses low as well. Hitters count for Gunnar Hodgel. With the runners in scoring position, he's batting .400. He's brought home 7 men so far this season. Hitters count pitch. Fastball that misses inside. Now load the bases here early. So bases loaded for the McAlester Buffaloes. This bases loaded alert is brought to you by Pop's Kettle Corn. Choose your flavor of kettle corn at Pop's Kettle Corn in Old Town. And looking for the big pop, that's Cole Labus. Labus will dig into the box, batting .400 on the season. .524 on base percentage. Out of the stretch, Lewis comes set. 1 down for McAlester, no score. Labus trying to change that. First pitch to Labus. Fastball missing outside, ball 1. By the way, first pitch time today was a little bit early, 2:57 first pitch time. And we're going to be having an early mound visit here. We'll take a 30-second break and we will return. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
So we are back here at Norman High School in Norman, Oklahoma for the only game here in the Cleveland County Classic for the Buffaloes. They are threatening to strike here early. Bases loaded with only 1 down in the top of the first inning. Some control issues so far for Ace Lewis. McAlester trying to take advantage of that. They've been able to go with a line out to right, then a single walk. Cole Labus has a 1-0 count on him. As Lewis tries to settle down here and dig in for the Timberwolves. Playing in over at third base, Lashbrook, the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 from Labus. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kathy Mason tuning in, saying go Buffs. Let us know where you're tuning in from as you cheer on McAlester Baseball today. Thank you for checking in with us. The 1-1 from Lewis to Labus is going to be a line drive right side that gets past the diving glove of the second baseman, Eyrig. 1 run is going to score in Stinchcombe. Being held up at third base is Denver Durant. Nearly bringing it in was Eyrig on a line drive to the second base area. And McAlester leads here early, 1-0 over Norman North. That's now 3 base knocks for McAlester, brings up Jackson Morgan. Morgan in the Booker T series. He ended up going 1 for 5 with an RBI. He was 1 for 3 with an RBI against Booker T on Tuesday. First pitch curveball. Nice block by Copus behind the plate. Again, big backstop here today, and that thing is going to skip as well with the all-turf infield. We wouldn't be playing today if Norman didn't have an all-turf infield. 1 ball, no strikes. McAlester leading early 1-0, still 1 down. Next pitch from Lewis. This is low and outside, ball 2. We mentioned this in the game against Booker T on Tuesday. Sometimes good pitchers can struggle early. When they're struggling early, you need to take advantage of them because you don't know if you're going to get this opportunity again. The pitch. His fastball misses low, ball 3. That's exactly what happened with the Rimke of Booker T. Struggled in the first 3 innings, but he was locked down. 8 of his 10 strikeouts happened in the final 3 innings that he pitched. 3-0. Misses low, and it's going to be a 4-pitch walk, an RBI walk for Jackson Morgan. And McAlester takes a 2-0 lead. Brings up to the plate Blake Judkins. And Lewis has been really all fastball since he tried going with the curveball, but was missing to Spencer Stinchcomb before Stinchcomb was able to get a base knock up the middle. First pitch to Judkins. Goes back to the curveball, just trying to find one in the zone right now. He's just struggling. Low and outside, ball 1. Judkins is batting .306 on the year with a .400 on-base percentage. Trying to turn around his runners in scoring position stat here. 1-0 pitch. Curveball. Bounces down the turf again, ball 2. Has now 6 consecutive balls from Ace Lewis. Base is still loaded for the Buffaloes, leading 2-0, top of the first. 1 down. Next pitch, fastball, misses outside, ball 3. And now the first baseman, Smith, is going to go speak with Lewis. And while he does so, we're going to thank our sponsors, Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, W.E. Alford Propane, Fitton Nissan and McAlester, Big John's Auto Repair, The Bank and A, First Realty, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, and JP All-American Outdoor Contracting, LLC. Lewis delivers the 3-0 pitch. That fastball catches the bottom of the knees for strike 1. If you're watching the scoreboard today, I'm going to try to keep up with it the best I can. Again, one-man crew here today in Norman. Hitter's count pitch still coming up to Blake Judkins. The 3-1 to Judkins. Fastball misses outside, ball 4. Another run scored for McAlester. It's now 3-0 in the top of the first inning. And I'll bring up the 8th batter in Parker Dusenberry. And I think we're going to be having a pitching change here early. For the second time in this inning, Brian Aylor will come speak with his infield. We'll take another break, and we'll return with the bases loaded for the Buffaloes, leading 3-0 with 1 down on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from.
This Pathfinder looks just right.
Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
We have an early pitching change here for the Timberwolves, as this call of the bullpen brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop, 2201 North Main Street, McAlester. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. So it's now Terry Purcell coming in for Ace Lewis. And he was able to get one out on the very first pitch of the game, and since then it was single, walk, walk. It's put McAlester up 3-0 in the top of the first inning. Parker Dusenberry, the first batter to face Terry Purcell, as this one misses outside. Ball 1 to start Purcell's outing. Again, the Timberwolves don't seem like they have a lack of people that can throw really hard, and Purcell's another one of those pitchers. Righty comes set. 1-0 pitch. Goes with the off-speed. Slows things down a little bit. Don't know if that was quite an off-speed pitch, but slowed things down if you get into the zone for a called strike one. 1-1 now. The count. Coming to Parker Dusenberry, batting .267 on the year. The pitch, fastball, catches the outside corner, called strike 2. That thing gets there in a hurry. Bases loaded, again, one down. McAlester already with the 3 spots so far, looking for more. Purcell fires, curveball, fly ball, right field, might be deep enough to score the run at third. Caught in right field by Vineyard. Tagging up at third and scoring are the Buffaloes. And now tagging up at second base was Morgan. He went to third. He was going to be caught in the mud, but the throw went wide left, and it also allows Judkins to move from first to second base. Morgan made a mistake there, and he's lucky that he didn't get out over at third base. He tagged her from second, and if the throw is caught and a tag is applied, he would be out. But it's a sac fly for Parker Dusenberry. And McAlester now leads 4-0. 2 down, though, now for the Timberwolves. First pitch, showing bunt, pulling it back, called strike 1 to Jordan Clark. And tagging up and scoring, that was Cole Labus. So Morgan's at third, Judkins is at second. 0-1 pitch to Clark. Fastball missing outside. Count evens up 1 ball, 1 strike. Clark batting .250, .385 on base percentage, batting .333 with runners in scoring. 1-1. Fastball low outside corner, called strike 2. So far, Purcell is dotting the outside corner against the righties. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Off speed, ground ball, left side, deep into the hole. They got to be quick with it. Firing over to first base. And just in time, and also with the stretch at first to Smith to be able to end the McAlester threat, but not before they bring all 9 batters up to the plate. They score 4 runs, and they put the pressure on the Timberwolves here early. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Buffaloes lead 4-0 here in the Cleveland County Classic on KNED.
So, checking it.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
Ready for a home run in comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you deserve.
Well, couldn't ask for much more if you're a McAlester Buffalo fan. The Buffaloes put up 4 runs on the Norman North Timberwolves in the top of the first inning. Now they take the field for the first time today. We'll look around the diamond for the Buffaloes in just a moment. But what you need to know right now, Grant Mullins is starting against the Timberwolves here and against Kylan Johnson, the left fielder number 1, followed by Ty Lashbrook and then Will Lundquist. So after this first pitch from Grant Mullins on the day against the lefty Johnson, we'll look around the diamond. First pitch. Fastball just missing the outside corner, ball 1. So it's Labus at first base, Stinchcomb at second, Durand at short, Dusenberry at third, in the outfield Judkins in left, Clark in center, Hodgel in right. 1-0. That one looked like a clip. They're going to squeeze him a little bit here early, but again, that was kind of the same way in the previous half inning, so being pretty consistent on the outside corner is the home plate umpire. 2-0 pitch from Mullins. This one's fouled straight back for strike 1. For Grant this season, he has a 2-0 record. He has started against Hugo and also against Idabel. He's pitched in 10 innings, 2.80 ERAs. Here's the 2-1. Misses outside, ball 3. He has struck out 5. He's walked 5. A .250 batting average against him, 52% first pitch strike, but right now down in the count. Hitter's count to Kylan Johnson. 3-1 pitch. Fastball misses high, and it's ball 4. So leadoff walk to Kylan Johnson brings up Ty Lashbrook. The Timberwolves have had plenty of continuity, I'd say, over the years. Brian Ayler in his 21st year as we have a pickoff over to first base, and the ball gets away from Labus, and it rolls towards the Norman North dugout on the first base side. We're going to have a runner advance over to second base on the air. But as I was saying, is now we have a runner in scoring position for the Timberwolves. Brian Ayler has been there for 21 years, took over in 2005, and he's gone to every state tournament the Timberwolves have gone to. That's 7 of them since taking over in 2005. We'll talk a little bit more about him in just a second. Here's the pitch from Mullins. Curveball that misses high, as showing bunt was Lashbrook for ball 1. So here early, the starting pitchers, both for the Timberwolves and for the Buffaloes, just trying to get their control under control. 1-0 the pitch. Fastball, that's pretty close. I'm going to say it misses the inside corner, though. Ball 2. Not given much on the corners today for both teams so far. 2-0 pitch. Well, there won't be a pitch. Instead, it's a spin move by Mullins. Next pitch. Pops it up in the infield right side. Labus underneath it, calls ball. Now Stinchcomb calls him off and makes the grab behind the first base bag. So Stinchcomb roamed all the way over from the second base position to catch the ball behind the first base bag. Nonetheless, that is out number 1. And it brings up Will Lundquist, who is a fantastic player, and he's going to take his talents to Seminole here after his senior season. Committed to Seminole State College, batting out the 3-hole today, trying to get a run on the board for the Timberwolves. First pitch to him. Inside corner, called first strike from Mullins, right where he needed it. Runner at second for Norman North. Outfield shifted slightly to the left. Next pitch. Curveball bounces in the turf. Ball gets away from McKinney. McKinney fires it back over to third base, but already reaching there in time is Johnson. You're just seeing people slip and slide all over the infield when they have to go down to their knees, or I mean, McKinney there slid a little bit down the first base line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Fastball misses high for ball 2. Speaking of which, though, that was a fantastic stop there by McKinney. And if it gets by him, it's going to be an automatic run, almost guaranteed. 2-1. Chopper left side. That will roll towards the McAlester dugout. And Mullins evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. One down for the Timberwolves. Will Lundquist up at the dish, righty v righty matchup. Lundquist all the way back in the box. That right foot hugging that line. The 2-2 pitch. Fouls this over now to the other dugout. Because we don't play favorites here. That'll be rolled towards the first base dugout. Count stays at 2-2. Mullins, deep breath, the pitch. Curveball once again. Pesky right now. Will Lundquist putting up a pretty good fight. Count will go back to 2-2. Home plate umpire needs more baseballs. Run 90 feet away. Mullins the pitch. The 2-2 high hit fly ball. Deep left field. Wynn's going to catch it though. Judkins, can he catch it? Fights the wind. Makes the catch in left field. Runner will tag up. The throw from left field won't be nearly in time. And a sac fly by Will Lundquist will drive in the first run for the Norman North Timberwolves. Buffalo still lead 4-1 now. And it brings up Charles Kopis. Again, right there, the Buffaloes really help with the wind blowing in. If it's not blowing in, heck, if it's blowing out, that's going to be well gone. But it's only a sac fly. McAlester leads 4-1. First pitch off the handles over towards the first baseman, Levis. Levis will flip to Mullins, covering in time for out number 3. So Norman North gets on the scoreboard, but they're only held to 1. McAlester leads 4-1 going to the top of the second inning. We'll have the top of the order on the way. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Taney Hill Furniture and Mattress is now having their Mega Tax Refund Sale. All in-stock furniture and mattresses drastically reduced. We're talking huge savings here. Get the new furniture that you have been waiting for. No credit needed or up to 18 months interest-free financing. Don't miss this tax refund mega sale. Free local delivery. Taney Hill Furniture and Mattress. 5 South 5th Street, McAlester. Go Buffs. Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Heading to the top of the second inning, McAlester leading 4-1 over Norman North, and the top of the order up as McAlester brought all 9 batters to the plate in the top of the first inning. Here's the first pitch to McKinney that misses up and outside for ball 1. He lined one out to right field, and it was on a frozen rope to Vineyard, who caught it over and right, recording 2 out of the 3 outs for the Timberwolves back in the first inning. Next pitch, lunged after, chopper down the third base side. They're going to try to let it roll foul, and a nice move there by Lashbrook. High IQ play. A lot of people will go after that ball and try to make a play on it when they see that roll like that. Lashbrook knew that McKinney was booking it down the first base line, decided to let it roll foul. The count is now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Okay, McKinney has a 15-game hitting streak going on, and if that line drive that he hit back in the first inning is maybe 2 feet to the right, that's now a 16-game hit streak. But in batting .462, a team-leading batting average on the season so far, with 10 extra base hits, which also leads the team. Only a freshman, by the way. 1-1 pitch to McKinney. Pops this one up straight up in the infield. Who wants it? Right in the middle of the diamond. Lashbrook calls everyone off, makes the catch just to the right of the mound, and that'll be out number 1. And that brings up Spencer Stinchcomb. He singled to get things started for the Buffaloes. Again, Terry Purcell now pitching for the Timberwolves out of relief. Working out the stretch. Well, he was working out the stretch with nobody on. Time was called, and he'll go back to it. First pitch to Stinchcomb. Fastball that missed up and inside, leaning out of the way is Stinchcomb. He's nearly gotten hit now by 3 different pitches by 2 different pitchers. Stinchcomb on the season came into today batting .362 with a .429 OBP. That's only gone up as this next pitch will be fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Stinchcomb. You got Waylon Durant tuning in, says listening from home, saying go Buffs. Also Ryan Owens tuning in as well. It says, I'm pretty warm right here. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That fastball missed up and outside. Ball 2. And thankfully I am as well. Again, I'm inside the press box here at Norman High School, and they even have like little nice leg heaters over here in the press box. 2-1 pitch. Lunged after, fly ball right field. Vineyard had a good beat on it. Comes back to it near the right field line, makes the catch, and that will be out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down so far for the Buffaloes on flyouts. Brings up Denver Durant, who smoked one up the middle. I kind of already alluded to it back before the game started, but this is one of my favorite locations to go to outside of, obviously, Mike Deek Field. We're spoiled by Mike Deek Field on 13th Street in McAlester. 2 down, nobody on. First pitch to Durant. He pops this one up and out of play over towards the street. Again, this is near a corner in Norman, right next to the high school, on a pretty busy street. So if you're driving by here and you see a game going on, you might want to just keep your car's head on a swivel. Strike 1 to Durant. The lefty against the righty Purcell. Deals the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball back up the middle, off the glove of Purcell. Slow rolls to the second baseman. Picks it up, fires to first. No throw to first. Another infield single here for Denver Durant. He's 2 for 2 and continues this hot streak he's been on. Already extended a hit streak to 9 games. And he came into today batting .542 with 6 extra base hits, a home run, 13 RBI in his last 8 games. Now Gunnar Hodgel will dig into the box. Buffalo's trying to do something here with 2 down. Hodgel worked I believe it was a 4-pitch walk when he came up. Stepping off the rubber quickly, back on is Purcell. Purcell comes set, first pitch to Hodgel. Nice curveballs. Sharp break, catches the outside corner, strike 1. Both Purcell and Lewis, when he was pitching, have been living on the outside corner. Buffalo's got to go with it. 0-1. Fastball just missed low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Hodgel. As we mentioned, just a hair under 400, but the team leading OBP getter. 1-1 pitch. Chopper actually fouled off the foot there of Hodgel as he tries to hop off the pane. And he gets behind the count 1-2. Really one of the first times that Purcell's gone on the inner half of the plate to a McAlester righty. Buffalo lineup today features 8 righties, 1 lefty. Trying to be a little bit better with runners in scoring position. And so far they already are with the Cole Davis single. 1-2 pitch. Instead we have a pick off to first. Durant back in time. Hodgel trying to be tough with 2 here. Purcell fires. Outside corner, called strike 3, right where Cope has wanted it, behind the plate. And that will leave Durant stranded at first base. McAlester, they have no runs on 1 hit by Denver Durant. We head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Buffaloes lead 4-1 over the Norman North Timberwolves on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from. This Pathfinder looks just right. Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car? Absolutely. What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
Welcome back to the only game here in the Cleveland County Classic for the McAlester Buffaloes as they play the Norman North Timberwolves of 6A2. As it's Grant Mullins in for a second inning of work. No hits given up so far, but one run has been scored by the Timberwolves on a sac fly as his first pitch misses high for ball one to Luke Spencer, the shortstop, number 2. Righty v righty matchup to begin the bottom of the second inning. McAlester leading 4-1. Mullins fires. Next pitch bounces in to the righty Spencer. Evens up the count. Moves the count now in favor of the batter. 2 balls, no strikes to Spencer. And that run scored, we'll mention it here after this 2-0 delivery. This one misses up and inside for ball 3. That run scored because of a walk, an error, moved the runner to second base. And a wild pitch, moved the runner over to third as here's a 4-pitch walk. Kind of like what we had to Kylan Johnson to start off the inning in the first. They do that to Spencer to start off the bottom of the second. On a wild pitch, the runner moved from second to third and then the sac fly. Ended up scoring the run for the Timberwolves. So they have a runner at first with nobody out as here's a pick off to first, back in time to Spencer. Trevor Smith now up the plate. That right foot on the very back of that right-handed batter's box. Setting up outside's McKinney, first pitch from Mullins. It'll be a ground ball to the McAlester dugout. They reside on the third base side today. No balls, 1 strike. So McAllister's next game after today, now that they're going to have another 3-day break, and I'm sure that they are loving that. I don't know if they're loving it or not, actually. Seriously, pick off to first. You want to get the experience, as back in time was the runner. You want to get the experience, but at the same time, you don't get a lot of 3-day breaks in the month of April, and now they're going to get another one. They've had a lot of 3-day breaks already here in the early season. Next pitch, line drive, right field, the first base knock of the day for the Norman North Timberwolves, and they will not go first to third as getting it back in quickly is Hodgel. Spencer goes from first to second base. Smith with the first hit of the day for the Timberwolves, taking it the other way. Brings up the second baseman, number 6, Austin Eyrig, with runners at first and second. And nobody out. Timed run at the plate now in Eyrig. Under overcast skies and the lights on here at the Norman Baseball Stadium. First pitch from Mullins. Shows bunt. Would have been a ball if he pulls back. Actually kind of leaned his head back as he made contact with the ball. Break there for McAlester as it rolled to the third base coaching box. First strike on Eyrig, the 7-hole batter for the Timberwolves. Last season went 19-17. Talking about the Timberwolves a little bit more. Their last state tournament appearance was in 2019. They lost to Stillwater 6-2 in the quarterfinals. They've made it to one state championship appearance. Again, this is 6A. That was back in 2013. Another spin move, throw over to second. Back in safely is the runner. Owasso won that state championship game 5-1. They went to half of the state tournaments in 6A, the best of the best in the 2010s. Here's a bunt, nice one down the third base line, but it will veer foul. And quickly the count goes to 0-2 on Austin Eyrig. And all the success from Norman North has come under their head coach, Brian Ayler, in his 21st season. He's finding some information on Ayler. I'll provide you with a little bit more here in just a moment. Don't want to miss this 0-2 pitch from Mullins. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout of the day from the freshman Grant Mullins. Gets Austin Eyrig on 3 pitches. 1 down. Big time strikeout. Now McAllister's 1 pitch away from maybe getting out of the inning. Brings up Carson Hawk, the DH. His first at bat with runners at first and second and 1 down. Mullins deals, pops it up right side. This wind will take it out of play. A long run from Labus, but lands into the sea of concrete, a.k.a. the parking lot. So looking at Coach Ayler, he's took Norman North He took him over in 2005. Since then, he's led the Timberwolves to 7 regional championships. Norman North has also been conference champions 3 times, district champions 4 times, regional champions 4 times, as well as the 2013 state runner-up, as we just mentioned. 0-1 is the count to Carson Hawk. Mullins looks at second a couple of times, kicks and deals. The pitch. Chopper left side, chance for a double play. Durant to second for 1, over to first, in time, ring him up. 6-4-3 double play, a pitcher's best friend, and that will end the Norman North Ret and send us to the 3rd inning. 2 for the price of 1, don't you love specials? After 2, McAlester leads 4-1. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
So after a strikeout and a 6-4-3 double play, McAlster's been pulling a couple of those this week. The Buffaloes are able to get out of the 2nd inning without any runs scored by the Timberwolves. McAlester leads Norman North 4-1 as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. It will be Cole Labus, Jackson Morgan, Blake Judkins, who all have RBI so far. Cole Labus had an RBI single and a line drive to the second baseman, Eyrick, that was just past his grasp. Jackson Morgan had an RBI walk, and so did Blake Judkins. So here's the first pitch of the 3rd to Cole Labus. Nice curveball, sharp break, but missed high. Ball 1. But again, I was talking about Coach Ayler, and I'm going to finish up my thoughts on him in just a moment. Really not thoughts, just the information to be able to share with you. My thoughts are he's a fantastic coach and has done wonders with the Timberwolves. Fastball misses outside, ball 2. His knowledge of the game goes back to his background as a player. He spent 4 seasons in the New York Yankees organization after being drafted in the 7th round in 1996. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Chased 1-2 was Labus. 2-0 breaking ball that Labus whiffed at. 2-1 now the count. He was an all-Big 8 center fielder at Oklahoma State University. Now here in Norman. Go figure, right? Next pitch, fills the zone, strike 2. 2-2 the count now to Cole Labus. Purcell trying to work back and get his 2nd strikeout of the day. He comes set and fires the 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses well outside. Ball 3. Full count now to Labus. Purcell hasn't walked anyone yet since he's come in with 1 down in the 1st inning. The payoff to the leadoff batter of the 3rd is a curveball that nearly rocks the dome of Cole Labus. He ducks for cover, and he'll draw the walk. The runner at first to begin the top of the 3rd inning brings up to the plate Jackson Morgan, who worked a 4-pitch RBI walk back in the 1st. Morgan on the year now. That was his, I want to say that was his 9th RBI. Yes, it was. He shows bunt, can't get it down. He went after it, strike 1. Coming all the way in from 3rd base was Lashbrook. He was a good, just, I'd say realistically 15 foot away from Morgan on the early apply of the bunt. See if it's still on. No, it's not. Fastball misses up and outside, ball 1. Jackson Morgan, one of the seniors here for the McAlester Buffaloes. Stepping off, looking back over Labus at first was Purcell. Now comes back set and fires. Fastball just at the very bottom of the zone. Morgan didn't agree with the call. Count goes to 1-2. Morgan, the son of Joel and Elizabeth Morgan, he plans to go to college for aviation and become a professional pilot. That's pretty cool. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging and a miss for strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Terry Purcell. And it brings up Blake Judkins, who drew an RBI walk his first time up. He has a runner at first with one down. Buffalo's leading 4-1 in the top of the third. Judkins still with that team leading 57.8% quality at bat percentage, batting out the 7-hole today for McAlester. First pitch to him misses upstairs for ball 1. He is the batter that draws the most pitches by far of any other batter on the team. Here's the 1-0. This is low for ball 2. He knows how to go deep into counts. He has a team leading 5 at-bats, seeing 7+ pitches. That's double the next guy. 2-0. Runner takes off for second in Labus. The throw down to second is wide right, and it gets into the outfield grass. But a swipe of second base for Cole Labus on a great jump. And now we have a runner in scoring position for Blake Judkins. That was a called strike. Again, based on my memory, I thought that was a little bit outside, but Gaun's now 2-1. Runner at second base. Judkins trying to drive in another RBI. He's got one so far today with the bases loaded walk. The next pitch. Curveball. Perfect. Right down Broadway. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Judkins with 5 RBI, well now 6 on the season. Looking for 7 if he can maybe get one into the outfield grass. The pitch from Purcell. Inside corner, nearly got the strikeout. Count goes full again, 3 balls, 2 strikes. By the way, for Labus, that is his 8th stolen base, team leading 8th stolen base. Full count now from Purcell to Judkins. The pitch. Chopper left side staying foul. This is what I was talking about. Judkins knows how to work counts. Doesn't always win them, but he does make the pitcher work. 3-2, still the count. That open stance here for the righty batter in Judkins. We'll do it again, the payoff. Fastball up and inside. Another great AB from Blake Judkins. He works the walk, puts runners at first and second with 1 out for Parker Dusenberry. That's his second walk of the day. That's now 9 on the season for Blake Judkins. That's now also a team leading stat. Tied for the team lead with Cole Labus, who is 90 feet in front of him. First and second, 1 down. Dusenberry trying to get a base knock here. He's able to bring in a run on a sac fly back in his first at bat. Outfield will shift to the right, especially with Purcell hitting the outside corner and bringing some heat too. First pitch, fastball up and outside, ball 1. Yeah, if you're a righty trying to pull a pitch that's going all the way to the outside over and over and over again, you're not going to get one down the left field line more than likely. That's why you see that outfield shifted the way it is. Also with the wind considered. The 1-0, checks, almost went around. They're going to say he held back though on the up inside pitch. Tell you one thing though, Dusenberry wanted to unload on it. 2-0's the count. Runners at first and second with 1 down. Buffalo's leading 4-1 here in the Cleveland County Classic. 2-0 pitch. Curveball called, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. And here in the Cleveland County Classic, in years past, most of McAllister's games in this festival/tournament was played in Noble. To this tournament, and this year was going to change even if the weather didn't do what the weather did this week. 2-1 pitch. Curveball right down the middle, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dusenberry. And we were originally scheduled to have 2 games here at Norman High and then 1 game at Noble tomorrow. I'll build on that here in just a moment, but a critical 2-2 pitch coming up from Purcell, and he swings and misses. Parker Dusenberry does for strike 3. Another strikeout. That's the 3rd one of the day for Terry Purcell in relief. Brings up Jordan Clark, who grounded one deep into the hole, but a nice play made by the shortstop Spencer. Kept a run from scoring. Runners at first and second with 2 down. Buffalo's leading 4-1, looking for some more runs, trying to get that run back that they gave up in the bottom of the first. First pitch showed bunt, pulled back, called strike anyway. What's ironic is that the game that we're playing today against Norman North, McAlester wasn't originally scheduled to play Norman North before yesterday when they had to change the schedule due to the rain. Runners take off, double steal. Pitch catches the outside corner to third is not in time. Another steal for Cole Labus. Count goes to 0-2. Has now 2 stolen bases on this inning for Cole Labus. And now 2 runs waiting for Jordan Clark if he can get one into the outfield possibly. Purcell trying to leave them where they are. Clark looking to fight the 0-2 pitch. Fastball missed high, ball 1. Nice eye there by Clark. Clark has 3 RBI on the year. Can get 40% of his RBI if he can get a base hit here. 1-2 pitch. Fastball outside, ball 2. Again, Purcell living around the zone, but McAlester has had a good approach to the plate so far today. Count at 2-2. And the pitch. That one missed high, ball 3. So Clark has worked the count from 0-2 to full. Jackson McKinney waiting on deck, the team leader in batting average with runners in scoring position. Big time pitch here early in the top of the third. 2 down, Purcell delivers. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Purcell gets a strikeout and takes a look back to the McAlester dugout. That will leave the runners stranded at second and third. McAlester still leads 4-1 as we head to the home half of the third inning. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Ready for a home run and comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress is now having their Mega Tax Refund Sale. All in-stock furniture and mattresses drastically reduced. We're talking huge savings here. Get the new furniture that you have been waiting for. No credit needed or up to 18 months interest-free financing. Don't miss this tax refund mega sale. Free local delivery. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress. 5 South 5th Street, McAlester. Go Buffs. Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
We head to the bottom of the third inning. The McAlester Buffaloes leading 4-1, yet they had a chance at some more, but collectively over the last few games, they've struggled with runners in scoring position. And that story this season has kind of been a roller coaster. At times they have been really, really good with runners in scoring position, and at times they have been the opposite. And so far, they've been in a recent rut with runners in scoring. In their last 3 games, they're batting 120 with runners and scoring 3 for 25. So they're looking to change that around. So far, they have an early hit with runners and scoring, but only 1 today. And that was from Cole Labus back in the first. Norman North comes back up to the dish. Evan Vineyard, the 9-hole batter, 9-1-2 batters up for the Timberwolves. First pitch shows bunt. Tried pulling back, but might have heard the ping of the bat. It goes to the backstop for strike 1. Racing in down the third base line was Dusenberry. He's going to have to now hang out around the inner part of that infield turf, that wet infield turf. That wind's not going to dry it up quick enough today. So here's another foul ball. And quickly the count goes to 0-2. Grant Mullins in for his third inning of work. Buffalo's leading 4-1. Just now beginning the bottom of the third if you're listening on radio. Kylan Johnson on deck. He worked a walk back in the bottom of the first. 0-2 pitch. Way outside, ball 1. But I mentioned McAllister's about to play a lot of games and not a lot of days. A lot of 5-game weeks coming up. 2-1. Hits him on a 1-2 pitch he hit him. The scoreboard is showing 2-1, but he hit the tailbone of Evan Vineyard. And that will be a leadoff hit by pitch. So to start off every inning so far, there has been a free pass given up. Those have been the only free passes that Grant Mullins has given up so far. It's been on the opening batter of each inning. A walk to Johnson, who's now up at the plate. A walk to Spencer, now a hit by pitch to Vineyard. The Buffaloes play Tahlequah next week instead of the usual Monday on the road, Tuesday at home, and switch now. McAlester will be the home team on Monday. As here's the first pitch to the lefty. Runner takes off. The throw down to second from McKinney is not in time, they say. Nice dig out by Durant at short. Looked like he might have applied the tag before the feet got to the bag. Durant looks like he's in shock. He still hasn't given the ball back over to Mullins. Nice shot by Jackson McKinney against the wind like Bob Seeger. But they say he did not get the out. I don't think his feet got to the bag before Durant applied the tag. They called the ball, by the way, high ball to Johnson. Shows bunt. Called outside strike one. The runner in scoring position for Kylan Johnson. Also, the Mike Deke shootout begins next week as well, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. McAlester against some of the smaller schools, or maybe just not the 5A teams that will play the very next week, is the 1-1. Bunt is down the third base line. Will still roll. Grabbed by Dusenberry. Fires to first, and it's wide right. A run's going to score. Another error here by the Buffaloes, our second one of the day. Reaching second on that error will be Kylan Johnson. And he tripped over the second base bag, and you hear some Norman North fans in front of us giving their player some crud. It's a sniper as he was looking back over at first to see where the ball was at. His feet hit that second base bag. So it's going to go down as an E5 here on McAlester, their second error of the day. Brings home a run, and it's now a 4-2 game. Norman North trails, but they have the momentum. Trading places with Vineyard was Johnson, now Ty Lashbrook up at the plate. First pitch, he shows bunt. Gets it down. Straight to Mullins, though. He fields, fires to first in time for the first out. Sack bunt, though, successful for Ty Lashbrook. It brings up Will Lundquist, who brought some serious pop on his sack fly over to left field. And like I said, if it wasn't for the wind today, isn't that a Laney Wilson song? No, not Laney Wilson. Here's a ground ball to left side. Eats up Dusenberry, picks it back up. A run's going to score. Throw to first is in time to be able to get the second out anyway. So great job by Parker Dusenberry to stay with it. A run does score on the RBI ground out by Will Lundquist. So that one took a weird hop and hit right in between the chest and the neck, the upper chest there of Parker Dusenberry. But he stuck with it for out number two. Norman North pulls within a run, though. And it brings up Charles Copus as he pops this one up early. Over to the first base side in foul territory. Labus staying with it, makes the catch, and that'll be out number three. And by the way, Ella Langley, not Laney Wilson, warrant for the win. Check out that song. 4-3, McAlester does lead by one as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Again, Norman North gets a couple of runs here in the bottom of the third. McAlester trying to expand on their lead as they'll have the top of the order on the way. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With two locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from.
This Pathfinder looks just right.
Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Well, since McAlester put up a 4 spot in the top of the first inning, Norman North has been slowly creeping back in. McAlester trying to get the momentum back. Leading it off will be Jackson McKinney, 0 for 2 so far today. First pitch to McKinney, fastball missing outside, ball 1. He is lined out to right, popped up to the third baseman, Lashbrook, right by the mound. Purcell came in the first inning in relief. As here's a ground ball, hard hit down the third base line. Nice backhand by Lashbrook at third. Across the diamond, he fires in time for out number 1. Playing off the third base bag just a tad bit was Lashbrook, but a nice backhand stab at it. He's able to fire across the diamond in time for out number 1. Brings up to the plate Spencer Stinchcomb. Stinchcomb is 1 for 2. First pitch sails wide right and straight to the backstop. Not even a glove there from Kopis. So 1 ball, no strikes to Stinchcomb. And Buffalo's leading 4-3, but Norman North has the momentum. 1-0 pitch. Fastball back to the zone. Outside corner, called strike 1. And I was mentioning Terry Purcell came in to the game with 1 out in the first inning, and he's since then cruised for the Timberwolves. Got into a little bit of trouble in the last half inning. 1-1. Stepping out, he lunges after it. Pop up in the infield. Second baseman Irick calls everyone off, and that's a quick out number 2. Brings up Denver Durant, who is 2 for 2 so far today. A pair of singles. Denver Durant looking to stay hot. 4 for his last 6. Batting near 600 in his last 9 games. He's definitely hit his stride here in the middle part of the season. First pitch to him. We'll watch an inside corner strike fill the zone. 0-1. McAlester has 4 hits, and Durant's got half of them. 0-1 to Denver. He gives this one a ride deep down the left field line. Going after it is Johnson. A long run makes the catch near the line. I didn't think he was going to get to that in time, but Johnson showing off the wheels, going the other way, and makes the catch, and also kept his hat in the process. I'm going to tip mine to yours, sir. 4-3 McAlester, still leading by 1, but they go down in order here in the top of the 4th inning. We played half a 7-inning ball game here at the Cleveland County Classic in Norman, Oklahoma. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Heading to the home half of the 4th inning, McAlester leading by 1. And here's a first pitch drive to center field, but a line drive straight to Jordan Clark. 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the bottom of the 4th. That'll help out the old pitch count of Grant Mullins. As, again, 1 pitch, 1 out. Now 1 down for Trevor Smith. That was Luke Spencer that drove it out to center field. And the Timberwolves, this is what's hurting McAlester right now. Here's the first pitch line drive. He's got both their hits. I was going to mention that. Trevor Smith gives the Timberwolves their 2nd hit of the game. They've scored 3 runs on just one hit up until that point. Smith with another single straight up the gut. You have had 2 pitches, one resulting in an out, one into a line drive base knock. Brings up Austin Eyrig, struck out swinging his first time up, the only strikeout that Mullins has been able to record so far today. It's 4-3, bottom of the 4th inning. Pickoff over to first. Stabbing at it is Labus at first base, keeping it from getting past him. They've been playing a lot of small ball, and they've used a couple of errors and a few free passes given up by Mullins to their advantage. Here's another hard hit line drive left center field. Going after it on the run is Jordan Clark, making the catch in the alleyway for out number 2. What is that? 3 pitches all resulting in something in play. 2 line outs to Jordan Clark and a base hit. Brings up Carson Hawk. He grounded into a 6-4-3 double play back in the 2nd inning. Pick off to first. Back in safely is Smith. So 4-3, McAlester leading by 1 over the 6A2 Norman North Timberwolves. Another look back over at first. One thing I find pretty interesting also, both Norman North and Norman, right next to each other. Here's the nice curveball. Best one of the day from Grant Mullins. Caught the inside corner for strike 1. Despite both of them, being Norman, they're in 2 different districts. Norman High is in 6A4. Norman North, 6A2. Next pitch. Runner takes off for second. Pitch is low and outside. No chance for McKinney. And there's a stolen base from Trevor Smith. Yeah, it goes to 1-1. But I guess that makes a little bit of sense. You have a lot of Tulsa schools that are in different districts. I just thought it was kind of ironic that it's, 2 districts over in 6A. Next pitch, the 1-1, misses low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tying run in scoring position for the Timberwolves. Trying to officially erase that 4-0 deficit that they dug themselves in back in the 1st inning. They've been slowly but surely trying to claw their way back in. Next pitch. Hit the butt of the bat. I thought it hit the butt of the bat. That's what Jackson McKinney's saying. At first, he was looking around thinking that it hit the bottom of the bat. Instead, it hit the elbow guard. So it's a hit by pitch, puts runners at first and second. Again, from my angle, it looked like it might have hit that very bottom of the bat, that knob. Instead, it's a hit by pitch, and that brings up Evan Vineyard. Speaking of hit by pitches, he was the other batter hit by pitch. Buffaloes need an out. There's a force out of every bag. 2 down, bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch shows bunt. Fouls it off. Strike 1. Went after a low outside out of the zone. Looked like a changeup there from Mullins. Count 0-1. Wind has also died down today, by the way, so that might help someone trying to drive it out a little bit more. It was howling earlier. 0-1. Showed bunt, pulled back, called strike 1. Snap throw to first base. Didn't get him. McKinney with a fire of a shot over to first base. Looked like Labus supplied the tag in time. They call him save over at first base. And taking third base, as that strike 2. And the field umpire is trying to tell someone to get, I think there was a ball that rolled its way over to the backstop, tells him to get that. Count is at 0-2. Man, I thought that's another guy that McKinney maybe got, but they don't call him out. So now runners at the corners after the runner advanced from second to third on the pickoff to first. Next pitch. Curveball misses outside, delayed. Steal. McKinney waits for it. He says, let's settle down for a second. That's what they wanted them to do. It'll be a swipe of second base, so now there's runners at second and third. They were trying to bait McKinney into throwing to second, because if they did, that runner at third was going to try to go home. Again, small balling right now is Brian Ayler trying to get that tying run across. The next pitch, line drive up the middle, there it goes. 1 runner will score. They'll hold the next runner up at third base. The throw in from the center fielder Clark will go up the first base line, tie game. And that might frustrate McAlester fans that thought they had the third out on the snap throw to first base by McKinney. Looked like he's gotten a couple of runners out today. They just haven't given him that out call. So a line drive RBI by Evan Vineyard has tied the game out of the 9-hole, and it brings up Kylan Johnson, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and reached on an E5. 4-4 the score, 2 down. Norman North looking for their first lead, starting their 3rd time through the lineup. 31 move, no one running. As I mentioned, the wind was dying down. It's starting to pick back up now. A little bit more steady, though. Next pitch. Low outside, ball 1. First pitch to Johnson, misses outside. And the Timberwolves have scored 4 runs on just 3 hits. McAlester has scored 4 runs on 4 hits. One and 0 is the count. And Coach Ayler is upset, saying that the move that Mullins is making, he thinks that's a balk. Some McAlester fans are saying that's a 3rd to 1st move. I like to call it a 31 move. That's what the home plate umpire is trying to tell Coach Ayler, too. 1-0 pitch. Runner takes off for second, swinging a miss. The throw down to second is past the shortstop, Denver Duran. Another run's going to score, and Norman North takes the lead. At first, not taking home was the runner Carson Hawk. And after the throw got past Denver Duran at short, that allows Norman North to take their first lead of the game. Like I said, they're just small balling McAlester to death right now. 2-0 the count. The pitch, outside corner, just misses. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. At least that's what the scoreboard shows. Now it shows 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch. Outside corner. I think we're going to get the count here in just a moment from the umpire. Yeah, it's now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Buffalo's trying to keep the damage at just a 1-run deficit right now in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch, runner takes off for third. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Mullins got him with a high heater. But again, 2 more runs by Norman North. A couple of hits and some small ball on the base paths gives them a 5-4 lead as we head to the top of the 5th inning. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
Ready for a home run in comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress is now having their Mega Tax Refund Sale. All in-stock furniture and mattresses drastically reduced. We're talking huge savings here. Get the new furniture that you have been waiting for. No credit needed or up to 18 months interest-free financing. Don't miss this tax refund mega sale. Free local delivery. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress. 5 South 5th Street, McAlester. Go Buffs!
Welcome back to the top of the 5th inning here in Norman, Oklahoma, as there's a first pitch swinging strike to Gunnar Hodgel. Another inning started by Purcell as he misses the outside corner with the fastball for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gunnar Hodgel, who is 0 for 1 today. Buffaloes trail 5-4, trailing for the first time today while they're up at the plate, top of the 5th inning. Purcell deals the 1-1 pitch. Here's a line drive, 1 hopper to the shortstop. Spencer lifts, fires to first base in time for out number 1. Got to give that credit to Terry Purcell. Timberwolves were kind of in free fall in the first inning. Few hits, few walks, led to 4 runs. He came in a tough situation, and he's been able to stabilize it enough for the Timberwolves to come back and take the lead, despite having less hits than McAlester. First pitch to Cole Labus. This is outside for ball 1. Buffalo's down by a run, looking to get it back. Outfield shifts once again to the right, just by a hair. 1-0 pitch to Labus. That fastball misses low. Be ball 2. Labus having a good day so far today. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI single and a walk. Still the only hit with runners in scoring position today for the Buffaloes comes from that right-handed bat of Labus. That pitch runs inside on him, and now the count goes to 3-0. It's tied for the team lead in walks with now 9 on the year. He's got a .524 on-base percentage coming into today. So here's the 3-0 to Labus. Doesn't have the green light, as that one will go down the middle for strike 1. Still a hitter's count for Labus, who's been red hot at the plate pretty much the entire season. Save a game here or there. 3-1 pitch. That one clips the outside corner for strike 2. Count has moved back to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes here on this cold, windy, and formerly rainy day in Norman. 3-2 from Purcell. High hit, line drive, right center field, going towards the gap and sliding, and can't make him the catch in center field is Lundqvist. It'll be extra bases for Labus. He stays hot. Double for Cole Labus on a sliding attempt from the center fielder Lundqvist. He had a good beat on it, and he was also shifted that way there too. But it's a leadoff double. Well, I say leadoff double. That's a 1-out double now for Cole Labus to bring up Jackson Morgan. 2 for 2 now in the day is Labus. Morgan is over 1. He's had an RBI walk and struck out. First pitch. Inside corner. Misses. Ball 1. Get Morgan, even when he was kind of struggling during this last little stretch, he's still been able to deliver some solid at-bats, been able to get RBI. Working some counts with the bases loaded to be able to bring him in via walks or just putting the ball in play. As he doesn't do that with this pitch as he swings and misses for strike 1. I think we're starting to get some sprinkles here. I'm starting to feel it here in the booth. We have our window cracked open a little bit so that you can have a better view of the field if you're watching on YouTube. Pickoff throw over to second base. Hits the runner Labus. If it doesn't hit him, it might squeak into the outfield. I had to say formerly rainy, and now it's actually starting to come down a little bit, but just in small increments, just a little bit of a sprinkle here that we have in Norman. 1-1, the pitch to J-Mo. Big cut, comes up empty again. Strike 2 on the fastball there from Purcell. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes to the senior Jackson Morgan. On deck is Blake Judkins, who is 0 for 0 with an RBI walk. 1-2 to Morgan. Fastball low outside. Count even at 2-2. And Derek James is saying, rain is starting to form up around Norman as per your report. Thank you, DJ. 2-2 pitch to Morgan. Misses down low and it bounces away from the catcher Kopis. That'll be ball 3. Expect these two teams to play through even if it does rain, unless it's just a heavy downpour where you cannot throw in it. Here with the turf field. Counts full to Morgan. And the pitch to Morgan. Pops his one up in foul territory, right side, giving chase the first baseman, diving, and Smith can't come up with the ball. He was about a good foot away from it as he lost his hat in the process. And Morgan continues to battle. This is going to be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Morgan has drawn 5 walks so far this year. Is the team leader in hit by pitches with 6. We'll do it again. Pitch number 7 from Purcell to Morgan. Just missed low and outside. Good AB, Jackson Morgan. Draws the walk. Now runners at first and second with 1 down for Blake Judkins. Judkins, talking about working counts. He did that in his last plate appearance. He has walked twice so far today. He didn't have a hit in the Booker T series, so he's looking to get his first hit in a little while, but he was able to draw a couple of walks in that series. Spin and no throw to second base. Back in his Labus, and the reason why they're paying extra attention to him at second base is because he went from first to second on a steal back in his last time he was on the base paths, and then did it again second to third. He's deceptively fast, Cole Labus, the junior. First pitch to Judkins. Fastball caught the very upper outside part of the zone for strike one. Not really much that Judkins could have done with that. Just a good placement there from Purcell. Outfield also comes in a little bit with the wind blowing in from center field. Runners take off. The next pitch misses outside. The throw down to third is dug out. And sliding past the bag is Labus, and he can't get back in time. I think he might have originally had the stolen base, but he slid past it with that wet turf. And he's out over at third base. So that's not going to go down as a stolen base. That will be his first caught stealing of the year. Getting over to second base, though, right behind him was Morgan. I think we actually have a pinch runner in. The next pitch misses. Counts now 2-1. No, that is Morgan. Morgan's still over at second base. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. That's a generous spot there for Judkins. That one misses inside. They got the count at 2-1. Scoreboard shows 3-1. So we'll see what happens with this next pitch here from Purcell. Pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. Had Judkins fooled on the curveball. Okay, now the home plate umpire says it is 3-2. Full count pitch once again coming up to Judkins. He's had plenty of those here today. 3-2. Chopper left side deep into the hole. Coming in, spins her at short, throws on the run to first, and not making the catch at first base. Morgan taking a big turnaround third. This will go down as an E3. And that is why you run it out. That was almost a fantastic play by Spencer, throwing on the run deep into the hole on the left side. Said runners at the corners. We have 2 down here. Again, for anyone that's trying to keep up with it on the scoreboard on the video stream, again, doing my best doing both of those at the same time. Brings up Parker Dusenberry. 31, move everyone back in safely. That was the first error of the day for the Timberwolves, according to my count here. Runner takes off, delayed steal, and, well, he's coming back over to first base. Took off early, and then getting right back over to first was Judkins. Pitch according to the scoreboard here, Norman was a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. To Dusenberry, runner takes off again, the throw down to second, goes wide right into the outfield. McAllister's going to tie this one up. Morgan comes around to score, and it's now 5-5. So there's Coach Justin Mullins giving Norman North a taste of their own medicine there. With runners at the corners, goes with the steal home, well, rather the steal to second. Throw went into the outfield, allowed for a run to score. So now it is 5-5. McAllister has tied it back up, and they have Judkins in scoring position with the count 2-0 on Parker Dusenberry. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Dusenberry is 0 for 1 with an RBI sac fly to right field, and he's also struck out swinging. Two-1. Outside corner called strike 2. Dusenberry coming into this game batting .300 with runners in scoring position, looking to up that average. Maybe give McAllister the lead. Spin move, throw to second, gets into the outfield, but again backing him up is Lundquist in center. So McAllister has scored for the first time since the first inning. Again, started off with a double from Cole Labus. A walk in E3, all led to a steal attempt, leading to a run scoring. 2-1. It's fouled off and out of play. After the 2-2. Again, the scoreboard's a little bit behind here. Count will again stay at 2-2. You should see me right now. I'm doing like 1,000 things at once, it feels like. 2-2 is the count. Purcell looks to get out of it. The pitch. Once again, Dusenberry staying alive like a BG song. For sure a lot of cars have been in the splash zone here today. That one nearly getting hit again. Here comes the 2-2 to Duesenberry again. Once again fouls it off to the backstop. Good AB here from Parker Duesenberry. They have really made Terry Purcell work today. McAllister's an aggressive team at the plate. They do get a lot of their hits on the first pitch, but they also know how to work counts. I think they've been very good at the plate this year. Looking to get better. Duesenberry trying to drive him home. The pitch from Purcell. Missed up high. Full count again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Another excellent AB from McAllister batter here in the top of the 5th. In a tie game 5-5. A gust of wind comes in. The pitch. Inside, he won the battle. Parker Duesenberry draws the walk in another long AB. And it brings up Jordan Clark. Well, no matter how this game ends up finishing off, again, it's just the top of the 5th inning. We still got a lot more game to play. Coach Mullins, Coach Homer, Coach Meadows, Coach Busby, they all got to be really happy with the way that McAllister has been up at the plate today. First pitch misses high for ball 1. They have worked counts. They've known when to go after the first pitch in the sequence. It's led to their base hits, led to their passes, and we will have a mound visit here with the count 1-0, 2 down, and runners at first and second in a tie game 5-5 in the top of the 5th. You're listening to McAllister Baseball on KN.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
There's the mound visit with the infield, not just with Terry Purcell. Count is 1-0 on Jordan Clark with 2 down, runners at first and second behind a few excellent at-bats by the McAllister Buffaloes, drawing some walks and deep counts. Here's a nice off-speed pitch from Purcell, getting back into the zone, evens up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Clark is over 2. He has grounded out to short and struck out swinging. Looking for a base hit here. Pitch to Clark. Fastball misses well outside. That'll be ball 2. McAllister looking to get the lead back. They gave up a 2 spot in the bottom of the 4th that gave Norman North their first lead of the game. Can they get it right back? Already scored 1 here in the top of the 5th. Here's a swing and a miss at 1 down in the turf. Count now at 2-2. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down with 2 runners on. In a tie game 5-5, Purcell comes to a pause and delivers. And they ring him up on the outside corner, called strike 3. But McAllister does come back to tie up the game 5-5 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. We also have 5s wild here in Norman. You're listening to McAllister Baseball on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAllister, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from.
This Pathfinder looks just right.
Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
Welcome back to Norman, Oklahoma, where the McAlester Buffaloes are tied up with the Norman North Timberwolves. McAlester playing in their only game in the Cleveland County Classic. Again, times have changed a little bit, but we're still playing around the same time that we normally would have before we had the times change a day ago. But just one game now, and it's with the Norman North Timberwolves. We have a new batter coming up. It'll be number 13. I'll get you a name on him in just a moment, but it'll be a pinch hitter here. Here's the first pitch, curveball, that catches the outside corner to the new batter. And it looks like it is... That is a... Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Ty Lashbrook. He's the two-hole batter coming after Colin Johnson. Here's a pitch that's fouled out of play, and then quickly the count goes to 0-2. Wasn't finding 13 on the lineup at one point. Ty Lashbrook has gone 0 for 1. He's flown out to the first baseman and also laid down a sac bunt. Tie game 5-5. And the next pitch, softly hit, line drive, center field, as coming back and making the circus catch a little bit there with Spencer Stinchcomb for out number 1. Looked like that thing was going to carry a little bit more than it did. That's out number 1. Brings up Will Lundquist. He is 0 for 1. He's had an RBI sac fly to left field and also grounded out to the third baseman, Parker Dusenberry. So he's gone to left both times as he fouls this one back into the mid of Jackson McKinney for strike 1. And Buffaloes come into this game 8-8, Timberwolves 9-7. This next pitch popped up. Wynn's going to take this one over the Norman North dugout into their bullpen. The count quickly goes to 0-2. So Mullins at times, again for the first 3-4 innings, he's been giving up some free passes in the form of hit by pitches, 2 of those and 2 walks. So far early attacking the zone of these Norman North batters. The pitch. Fastball misses high, ball 1. When McAlester comes back, they'll have the top of the order up. McKinney's so far gone 0 for 3. Stinchcomb 1 for 3. Durant 2 for 3. Next pitch misses. That's ball 2. Getting the wind is picked back up. We've had some precipitation around the area once again, but just some sprinkles here. Not much rain. 2-2 pitch. Runs inside and nearly runs into the McAlester dugout. They've got some nice fancy dugout benches up near the fencing over there, but that doesn't mean that you can just take a nap. Those McAlester players that aren't playing today, that are going to make sure that they keep their head on a swivel. I like to use that term a lot. 2-2 pitch. Once again goes inside, but misses low inside, ball 3. Speaking of good ABs by the Buffalo batting order in the top of the 5th, here's a good one from Will Lundquist, the Seminole State junior college commit. 3-2. Runs up and inside, ball 4. So he's able to go from 0-2 in the count to working a walk. It's Lundquist, and he reaches base safely for the first time today. Brings up Charles Kopis, who is over 2. He's grounded out to the first baseman, and he's also flown out to the first baseman, Cole Labus. We're at a 5-5 tie in the bottom of the 5th. No batting gloves here for Kopis. First pitch to him. Fills the zone, upper inside part of it for strike 1. We just crossed the hour and 30-minute mark at this broadcast. Here's the pick off to first. That once again goes wide right. That has been a problem for the McAlester Buffaloes this week. Another error on a pickoff. That'll be McAllister's 3rd error of the game. It allows Lundquist to get into scoring position, and now he represents the go-ahead run. He always has, but now that's in scoring position, 180 feet around the base paths. Count 0-1 on Kopis. The pitch to the righty. Fastball up outside, ball 1. Had some quick games earlier this week, though. Between Booker T and McAlester, I thought they were pretty evenly matched. At least in those 2 games they were. McAlester jumped out on Booker T on Tuesday, and that was how they ran away with the win. Booker T did hold, though, to make it kind of interesting near the end. It's the 1-1. Curveball, beauty there from Grant Mullins, outside corner, called strike 2. There's that sharp bite. One ball, 2 strikes here to the cleanup hitter, Kopis. The 1-2 pitch, and there's a ball called first on Grant Mullins. So before the pitch, there's a balk on Mullins. I think Mullins looking, I don't know if he was looking back over at the field umpire, if he's looking at his infield defense. They decided they want to come in, trying to keep the go-ahead run from scoring if it's hit their way. So the count remains at 1-2. And the pitch. Misses high, ball 2. With the fastball there from Grant. Strikeout would be his best friend right now. With one down, runner at third. That's the go-ahead run. Kopis looking for his first hit. And the pitch. Ground ball third base side. Dusenberry will fire home with it. Into a pickle now is Lundquist. McKinney runs it back to Lundquist. Applies the tag. He's out at third base. McKinney ran him all the way back. He's able to make the tag for out number 2. So there's the fielder's choice from Charles Kopis. Brings up Luke Spencer, who has walked and lined out to center field. That's how you do it. Perfectly played there by Dusenberry at third base. Grabbing it, knew exactly where to go to it. That's why McAlester came in on the infield grass. Oh, in this case, the infield turf. Lundquist tried taking off on contact there. First pitch to Spencer. Pops this one up, right side, but well out of play. Strike 1. So there, a lot of times you're taught, really, if you're going to go, you're wanting to maybe creep forward a little bit. And if you're fast enough, maybe you can get by with it on a long throw from third to first. Like I said, Lundquist just went on contact there. Count at 0-1. Go-ahead run is now at first base after the fielder's choice from Kopis. McKinney sets up outside in the pitch. Misses up. Delayed steal. Throw down to second base. And Swiper, no swiping. Applying the tag, Spencer Stinchcomb at second. Jackson McKinney with another caught stealing. And it's 5-5 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. We got a good one here at Norman High. The Buffaloes lead the Norman North Timberwolves. Or excuse me, they are tied with the Norman North Timberwolves 5-5 as we head to the 6th. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
Ready for a home run and comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you deserve.
ball, and it ended up falling. Again, I know on video stream I just ended up taking the mute off there, but for Jackson McKinney, we'll see if that's ruled a hit or if it's ruled an error. I think it's probably going to get ruled. No, it's ruled a single. Officially by the McAlester Game Changer. That's the official stats. Jackson McKinney's hit streak stays alive. It goes up to 16 games in a row now as that one just found a space in the outfield grass. First pitch misses low and outside to Spencer Stinchcomb for ball one. Again, I was trying to explain it, and people on radio caught that, but on the video stream, it fell in the Bermuda Square. Usually it's a triangle, but the second baseman, shortstop, left fielder, center fielder are all in the area. Again, Stinchcomb showing bunt, pulling back as it misses for ball two. Looked like the shortstop, Spencer, had it the entire way, and then I don't know if it was Lundquist or Johnson who was racing in, called ball, but I heard someone yell ball, and then it just landed. 2-0. That one's called strike at the knees. That'll be strike one. And McKinney's got to be careful over there at first base. He's taking a really big secondary, and Kopis keeps on looking at him back over at first base. 2-1 is the count to Stinchcomb, who's 1 for 3. Five. McAlester tied. Go ahead, run at first base as this one misses inside. Again, Stinchcomb showed bunt this entire time. He's been able to get 1 strike and 3 balls. McKinney at first base. We'll see if the bunt sign's still on here on a 3-1 count. The pitch, no, it's not. And it misses low and outside for ball 4. So an early walk here to be able to start the top of the 6th inning. Puts runners at first and second with nobody out. Brings up Denver Durant in a pivotal moment here for the Buffaloes. Denver Durant has been McAllister's hottest bat. He's gone 2 for 3. And he has hit the ball well each time, and that's going to draw out someone from the Norman North dugout. We'll have a mound visit, maybe a pitching change here. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Ready for a home run and comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you deserve.
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress is now having their Mega Tax Refund Sale. All in-stock furniture and mattresses drastically reduced. We're talking huge savings here. Get the new furniture that you have been waiting for. No credit needed or up to 18 months interest-free financing. Don't miss this tax refund mega sale. Free local delivery. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress. 5 South 5th, celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
We have a pitching change as here's the first pitch from the new pitcher. It nearly hits Denver Durant, and it goes to the backstop. So runners advance to second and third. Again, with nobody out for the McAlester Buffaloes in the top of the 3rd inning. Tie game 5-5. This call to the bullpen brought to you by fine folks over at Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop, 2201 North Main Street, McAlester. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. New pitcher is Ty Lashbrook, who comes from third onto the mound. Next pitch, off speed, misses outside. That'll be ball 2. So Denver Durant's up at the plate with runners at second and third and nobody out in a tie game 5-5. big-time moment here for Denver and the McAlester offense. The Norman North defense comes in on the infield turf. Next pitch. This time it clips the outside corner, called strike one. Ian Durant has extended a 9-game hit streak already. He leads the team in RBI with 14 coming into today, batting .421 with runners in scoring. This is who you want up. 2-1 pitch. Bounces in after it travels about 53 feet. And a 3-1 count now for Denver Durant. Looking around the changes to the Norman North defense. Eyrig moves from second over to third to replace where Lashbrook came from. And from the dugout to the second base is Gavin Bailey. As this is a 5-pitch walk to Denver Durant. And it loads the bases for Gunnar Hodgel with nobody out in a tie game, 5-5 in the top of the 6th. This bases loaded alert is brought to you by Pop's Kettle Corn. Choose your flavor of kettle corn at Pop's Kettle Corn in Old Town. And looking for the big pop again, Gunnar Hodgel. Looking for his first hit of the day. He has gone 0 for 2 with a walk, a strikeout, and a ground out to short. First pitch. Ground ball left side, it's going to get into the outfield grass. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold up Stinchcomb at third, and going station to station are the runners. McAlester takes the lead on the first pitch that Hodgel sees. He drives it into the outfield grass, and McAlester leads 6-5 over Norman North. Hodgel with a big base knock. McAlester takes the lead. Brings up Cole Labus, and he's looking to keep it going. Labus is 2 for 2 with an RBI single, a walk, and a double. Bases still loaded for the Buffs. Lashbrook deals. Swing and a miss, strike one. This is the third pitcher of the day for the Timberwolves. Purcell was either at or near his pitch count limit that he was at. 0-1. Line drive down the right field line. This one might land, and it will. And it lands fair. 2 runs are going to score. Rounding third, Durant. He'll score easily. This will clear the bases. It's going to be at least a triple for Cole Labus. Bases clearing triple for the junior. It brought up pain off that right field line. And the biggest hit of the day once again belongs to Cole Labus. And he's a homer away from the cycle. Buffaloes take a 9-5 lead. Cole Labus continues to rake. Morgan looking to keep it going. First pitch curveball, called strike one. Still nobody out for the Buffaloes. Buffaloes have snatched the momentum from the Timberwolves. Next pitch, misses low and inside, ball one. Morgan today, he has gone 0 for 1. He's walked twice and struck out swinging once. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. That one bounces in, ball 2. So I'm going to get over to Game Changer here in a moment. I'm going to look and see what the pitch count of everybody is. Let's just look at the situation here. Well, Mullins is doing fine with his pitches. He's only up to 69 pitches right now. He can go quite a bit longer if he needs to. 2-1 is softly lined to center field. This one will come in, and making the catch here is Lundqvist. Thought about tagging was Labus, and a nice fire from Lundqvist keeps him where he's at. So there's out number 1 on the line out to center field by Morgan. Brings up Blake Judkins, who is 0 for 1. He's walked twice and reached on an E3. Yeah, Purcell was up to 94 pitches. And Lashbrook is about to throw his 12th. Buffaloes lead 9-5 in the blink of an eye. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. RBI single by Gunnar Hodgel, and a bases clearing triple down the right field line by Cole Labus. 1-0. Fastball right at the bottom of the zone, strike 1. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Infield still on the infield turf for the Timberwolves. The pitch. Off speed, thought about it, holds up as it misses and bounces. Ball 2. Buffaloes have matched their spot that they had back in the first inning. That 4 spot, and they're hoping to do more. Curveball misses high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitter's count pitch coming up to Judkins. And delivers. Outside, ball 4. 5-pitch walk now to Blake Judkins. He has walked 3 times today. And Parker Dusenberry digs back in. He is 0 for 1. He's had an RBI sac fly. He struck out swinging and walked. Runners at the corners with one down. The 8th batter of the inning so far for McAlester. And that's just the thing about McAlester. Once again, I know that they've had their share of strikeouts, but they've only had 4 so far going into the 6th inning. And even if they struck out quite a bit more here to finish off the rest of this game, still, it's a lot better than what they have been doing in the past. They have an 8% better contact percentage than they did a year ago. Last year was at 74%. This one misses a down low to Dusenberry for ball 1. The best that I've covered in the last 5 seasons of contact percentage is probably not who you think. It was the 2021 season, not the state tournament team. It was the 2021 season. They had a 78% contact percentage. Right now, McAlester is 4% better than that team. We're going to be having another mound visit here. Buffaloes lead 9-5. It's the top of the 6th inning. Runners at the corners with one down, and we're going to be having yet another pitching change here for the Timberwolves. So we'll take a break, and we'll return in just a moment on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from.
This Pathfinder looks just right.
Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Welcome back to Norman High School here in Norman, Oklahoma. The McAlester Buffaloes, after a 4 spot here in the top of the 6th inning, have taken a 9-5 lead. We'll have the 4th pitcher into the game now for the Norman North Timberwolves. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop. 2201 North Main Street, McAlester, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. And it's the 3rd pitcher used this inning by the Timberwolves. Terry Purcell started it off. He threw his 94th pitch in his final pitch here in this inning. Then Ty Lashbrook came in, recorded 1 out, and Luke Spencer is now the new pitcher for the Timberwolves. So we'll look around the diamond once again for the Timberwolves after this next pitch to Dusenberry. 31 move, pick off back over to first base. That's pretty close to a balk. I know he was trying to do a 31 move, but that front foot almost was coming closer towards the plate than it was over to third base. Back in safely was Judkins. Here's another pitch. This one's going to be fouled off. The first pitch of the day from Spencer is fouled off for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Dusenberry. And if you're just now joining us, Buffaloes lead 9-5. Lashbrook goes back over to third base. From third base now to second base goes Eyrig. Again, Spencer came from the shortstop position. 1-1, misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Buffaloes have been winning this game so far as Judkins takes off for second. There's a line drive straight to the second baseman. Throw over to first in time for the double play. That is just a stroke of terrible luck. That was a well-struck ball by Parker Dusenberry. If Judkins isn't taking off for second, maybe Bailey doesn't break that way to the bag, and he doesn't make that catch and doubles off. Judkins. 2 for the price of 1 there for the Timberwolves. But McAlester takes a 4 spot in the top of the 6th inning. They have a 9-5 lead as we head to the home half of the 6th, and we'll have a new pitcher into the game for the Buffaloes when we return. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal House.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
Welcome back to Norman, Oklahoma. We have another pitching change. It'll be looks like our 6th overall pitcher that we've had today. It's the first substitution on the mound for the Buffaloes. As this called the bullpen, as they've been getting plenty of love here today, is Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop at 2201 North Main Street, McAlester. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. It's now Wilson Alford taking the mound for the McAlester Buffaloes. Wilson Alford has posted a 1-0 record. He has one save that came against, I don't think that was Latta that he had the save against. I'm blanking. I don't remember who it was against the Idabel. He had the save against Idabel. He's pitched 7 1/3. He has a 2.86 ERA, 7 strikeouts, and 6 walks. So here's the first pitch of the day for him. Fastball outside corner, called strike 1. To the new batter, number 2, Luke Spencer. Next pitch misses wide outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Luke Spencer has gone 0 for 2. He's walked and lined out to center field. Alford deals. Fastball low and outside, ball 2. So it's been a little while since Alford has pitched in a varsity game so far. The last one he did pitch in was that save against Idabel. It came in a tough situation. He was able to keep the win against the Warriors. 2-1 pitch. Runs inside. Ball 3. So Spencer has been playing shortstop the entire game, is now on the mound, so he's trying to help out his own cause here. Looking to be a leadoff base runner. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That one misses low for ball 4. So leadoff walk. Start off his outing for Wilson Alford. Brings up Trevor Smith. Smith has 2 out of the 3 hits today as Jackson McKinney goes to speak with Alford. 2 out of the 3 hits by the Timberwolves. Mullins exits after 5 innings, giving up 3 hits. I don't know how many of his runs were actually earned. We did have some errors here and there for the Buffs. It looks like 3 of the 5 runs given up by Mullins were earned. So Smith has singled twice, steps into the box, trying to keep his momentum going with the runner at first base. First pitch. Inside corner, whatever McKinney told him, put it on a motivational poster. That's strike 1. Inside corner with the heater. Buffaloes lead 9-5 after a big top of the 6th inning. Norman North trying to match it or surpass it. Alford delivers. That one's low and outside, ball 1. And Wilson Alford, he's got a pretty good arm on him. He brings in the velocity, has some control issues here and there. He has 7 strikeouts to 7 walks, but he's already posted some pretty big performances and some high-pressure moments. 1-1. Lays off the velocity a little bit and fills his zone for strike 2. He did his job in his first outing against Durant. Was able to go 3 strong innings in relief. And then who can forget that Latta game? I'll never forget that for as long as I live. Count is 1-2. Alford looking for the K. All the way back in the box again is Trevor Smith. And Alford fires. Chopper left side, high bounce, but well foul. Count stays at 1-2. And if you did not catch that latter game, it was a game that went 10 innings. And both pitchers were phenomenal. Lucas Johns from McAlester, and also, I'm sorry if anyone from Latta is watching this game. I can't remember off the top of my head. Terrible with names, but he went 9 strong innings as well. Went to the bullpen for both of them. And Alford went 2 strong innings, but got himself into a jam in the 10th inning. Was able to keep the lead in a 2-1 win for McAlester over the Latta Panthers. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball right side, chance for a double play. Stinchcomb to short for 1, and dropping it. No, he dropped it. Denver Durant dropped it over at the second base bag. The feed was a little bit to the left of Durant, but he probably knows that he should have came down with the grab. Could have been a double play ball, but instead it's runners at first and second and nobody out for the Timberwolves. I'll go down as an E6. That's another error today for McAlester. It's their 4th one that they've tallied up. Brings up Austin Eyrig, who has struck out swinging and lined out to center field. Alford takes a long look at second base, and before he can fire, time is called by Eyrig. Eyrig is actually now the shortstop. He moved there after Spencer went to the mound. Here's the pitch from Alford. Shows bunt, gets it down, but foul into the McAlester dugout. Strike 1. Norman has some work to do. Unlike McAlester, they've been getting their runs in increments. 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth. McAlester has been like Costco. They've gotten theirs in bulk. 4 in the first and 4 in the sixth with 1 in the fifth. The 0-1 from Wilson Alford. He can try to get the bunt down and fouls it backwards. That'll be strike 2. Quick 0-2 count on Austin Eyrig out at the 7 hole. Alford trying to ring up his 8th strikeout of the season. He was really close against Trevor Smith in the previous at-bat. 0-2. Missed it a little bit low. McAlester thought that he went around. They're going to appeal over to the field umpire, who says no. That'll be ball 1. McAllister's not happy with the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Austin Eyrig. Wilson will try to get it with the next pitch. The 1-2. And misses outside. Again, McAlester wants a strike 3 call, but that was well outside. Counts even to 2-2. I know they're trying to will it into existence. Let's see if Alford can work here. 2-2 pitch. Chopper left side, again foul. Good battle brewing here between Eyrig and Alford. Also, I was afraid that we weren't going to have very many fans here when the game was starting, because about 10 minutes until first pitch, crowd was pretty empty. Then all of a sudden, people started piling in. Not a bad crowd here from McAlester either, considering everything. The 2-2. Inside corner, doesn't get the strike 3 call. Rode that white line. Count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good battle here for Austin Eyrig. A pitch away from maybe loading up the bases. Big pitch coming up here early. The 3-2 from Alford. Runner takes off. Pitch misses low and outside. It's ball 4, and the bases are loaded. The tying run comes up to the plate. It has gone walk, error, and walk to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. McAlester leads 9-5. But Carson Hawk, who's grounded into a double play and been hit by a pitch, will look for a big hit. For McAlester, it was Cole Labus with a 3 RBI triple back in the top half of the inning. Can Carson Hawk be that guy for Norman North? Alford, first pitch. Ground ball left side, snagged by Dusenberry. Fires home, there's 1. Over to first, double play! 5-2-3 double play! Don't you love specials? 2 for the price of 1. 2 big outs, Dusenberry to McKinney to Labus. And now with runners at second and third, we can take a little bit more of a deep breath. Evan Vineyard now comes up. He's 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch and an RBI single. First pitch from Alford. Outside corner, called strike 1. Can the Buffaloes get out of this inning unscathed? Possibly. Sprinkles are coming down a little bit harder now. 0-1 from Alford. Ground ball left side. Snagged by, no, it gets right past Dusenberry. One run's going to score. It squeaks into the outfield grass. Nice diving attempt by Dusenberry. And a run is eventually going to score. It now makes it 9-6. But again, it could be a lot worse. But that 5-2-3 double play has put McAlester in a little bit of a better position. But the top of the order is now up. Another RBI single by Evan Vineyard. It's been the bottom of the order that's hurt McAlester. And now they're 2 out of their last 3 games that they played. Booker T's bottom of the order is what ended up leading to their demise back on Monday. 9-6, runners at the corners. Buffaloes lead. Kylan Johnson up at the plate, who has walked, reached on an E5, and struck out swinging. A pitch from Alford. Runner takes off for second. Swing and a miss. The pump fake. The throw over to third is not in time. Like the idea there from the Buffalo defense. Swing and a miss for strike 1 from Johnson, chasing the high heater. There's also a great jump by Vineyard. I don't think that McKinney really had a shot there at second base. Count 0-1. Tying run again up at the plate. 0-1 pitch. This is the upper outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Kylan Johnson. The way I wasn't mentioning this earlier, Austin Eyrig, who is on the base paths right now. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball right back up the middle, gets to the second base bag, and it squeaks through. 1 run's going to score. Here comes the next run. Clark fires from center field. It's cut off by Alford. Alford fires to second. Airmails it back over to the center field area where it's snagged by Stinchcomb. So 2 more runs come across to score. 2 RBI single by Kylan Johnson, advancing to second on the throw. And it's now 9-8. Norman North is clawing back again. That brings up Ty Lashbrook, the third baseman, who is over 2 with a sac bunt in between a fly out to first and a line out to second. What a game we've had here today. 9-8 the score. Alford looks at the tying run at second base and deals. First pitch fastball misses inside, ball 1. Buffaloes lead by just a single run. Alford looks at second a couple of times. Now back to home. The pitch. This one caught the inside corner. Not agreeing with the call was the righty Lashbrook. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Alford looking to get back in it with the 1-1 pitch. Fastball, high chopper, foul, left side. Count runs in favor of the righty Alford. He's been really close to his first strikeout of the outing. So we do have some action in the McAlester. No, we don't. We just have someone chasing that ball. Thought someone was going into the McAlester bullpen for a second. Count at 1-2. Alford looks at second base. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Norman North is able to get 3 runs back, but Wilson Alford keeps that tying run at second base. With the high outside heater, McAlester maintains a 1-run lead. We're in for a crazy 7th inning, I just have a feeling. 9-8, McAlester leads by 1. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Ready for a home?
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Taney Hill Furniture and Mattress is now having their Mega Tax Refund Sale. All in-stock bought furniture and mattresses drastically reduced. We're talking huge savings here. Get the new furniture that you have been waiting for. No credit needed or up to 18 months interest-free financing. Don't miss this tax refund mega sale. Free local delivery. Tandy Hill Furniture and Mattress. 5 South 5th Street, McAlester. Go Buffs. Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make.
Welcome back to Norman, Oklahoma. We have a pinch hitter beginning the top of the 7th inning. Gavin Brumley watches strike 1, then watches strike 2. As again on the mound for Norman North is Luke Spencer, looking to get into a groove. He kept McAlester from scoring any more runs in the top of the 6th inning as Brumley fights this one off to the backstop to keep the count at 0-2. Spencer has been the 4th pitcher of the day for the Timberwolves. We've had 6 combined pitchers so far, and now we have 2 McAlester players warming up in the bullpen. As here's the next pitch that bounces in. Count goes to 1-2. Can't quite tell, but there are 2 McAlester players that are warming up in the bullpen. Looks like it's Jordan Clark and Parker Dusenberry. 1-2 pitch. Line drive, right field. It will one-hop into the right fielder Vineyard. It's a leadoff single, pinch hit single for Gavin Brumley out of the 9-hole. And that brings up Jackson McKinney, who extended his hit streak to 16 games in a row with the single. That was a kind of a gimme there. It was somehow it found the outfield grass single in between 4 defenders, but it'll take it any way he can get it. So the Buffaloes have a runner at first base, but nobody out. First pitch to McKinney is lined over towards my truck. And it actually hit off the top of someone's car, but not mine. Phew, thank goodness. Come on, we live in Oklahoma. I already have to deal with the hail. McKinney shouldn't have to hail on my truck. Here's the 0-1. Line drive, right side again, another base knock. This one's going to roll past the right fielder, too. Rounding second is Brumley. Mullen still trying to wave home Brumley. Here's the throw. It gets away from the cutoff man, and a run's going to score. It is a RBI double by Jackson McKinney, and the Buffaloes take a 10-8 lead. Playing a little shallow in right field was Vineyard, and that ball had some skip to it like it was a pebble on the pond. It just kept on bouncing over towards the outfield wall, and it allowed Gavin Brumley to score from first base. Still nobody out, runner in scoring position is Jackson McKinney. First pitch to Stinchcomb will be fouled back for strike 1. It's been able to work for Stinchcomb so far this year. His batting average, like I said, coming into today is .362, but he's got the happy feet in the right-handed batter's box. He kind of gets himself a little bit ready. Some Major League Baseball batters do that too. Here's the 0-1 as it misses low and outside for ball 1. Some people keep their feet still, but he's almost like he's getting himself into the swing. You'll see his right foot and his left foot kind of take some steps as he approaches. So here's a throw to second base that hits off McKinney, and it gets into the outfield grass. Here's the throw from the center fielder Lundquist that is almost overshot of Lashbrook. So an E1 is going to allow McKinney to reach third base. But I was mentioning Spencer Stinchcomb again. He just moves his feet before he gets ready to load on a pitch. It's a little bit different than a lot of batters. But McAlester leads by 2, looking to lead by another one. Infield comes in on the infield turf again. The 1-1 pitch to Stinchcomb, chops this one to the left side. It's grabbed by Lashbrook. He fires to first to get Stinchcomb and to keep McKinney at third base for out number 1. So 5-3 ground out brings up Denver Durant. Durant is 2 for 3. He has singled twice, flown out to left, and walked. And he's going to walk again. This will be an intentional walk to Denver Durant to bring up Gunnar Hodgel. Good news for McAlester is Gunnar Hodgel's pretty good too. Runners at the corners with 1 down and a 2-run lead for the black and gold, 10-8 over the Norman North Timberwolves. It's been about as messy of a game as you could imagine. It's here again, 31 move. No one's moving anywhere. You can tell by all the errors that you see on the scoreboard. Just the scoreboard itself shows 9 errors, 5 by Norman North, 4 by McAlester. First pitch, line drive, left center field. It'll land into the outfield grass. That will score McKinney. And that's why I told you, Gunnar Hodgel can swing the bat too. Another RBI single for him. He's 2 for 4 on the day with back-to-back RBI singles from Hodgel in his last 2 at-bats. And McAlester takes an 11-8 lead with 1 down and runners at first and second. To bring up Cole Labus, who has had the biggest hit of the day, and he has been solid. He is a home run away from the cycle. He has had an RBI single, a walk, a double, and a 3 RBI triple. First pitch is fouled off and out of play for strike 1. I do not believe I have called the cycle. I might have. The only one that I think that might have had that cycle was Ethan Gillespie. But I don't know if he got it. I think I would remember if he had a cycle. 0-1. Another big cut, swing and a miss for strike 2. Right now, though, he's not worried about that. He's worried about fighting back from a count at 0-2 on him. His triple that he had landed on the right field line. McAlester leads 11-8. They had 2 of those 3 runs that they gave up in the bottom half of the inning back. And he fouls this one off, and he's able to stay alive. I can't tell you enough about the jump that Labus has made from his sophomore to his junior season. He has been a key, pivotal batter for the Buffaloes this season. Looking to do so again, the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball right side, chance for a double play. 4. Oh, there's no throw over to the second base back. It goes high, past the second baseman. Another error. Denver Durant's going to score from second base. Bailey grabbed it, went with the underhand toss, and it went wide and right of Eyrig, and it leads to another run scored by the Buffaloes on what the scoreboard shows is their 6th error of the day. Put the ball in play, good things happen. Still runners at first and second. Still 1 out. Jackson Morgan looking to keep it going. First pitch to him. He pops his one up to shallow right field. Looks like the second baseman can come in and grab it on the basket catch by Gavin Bailey. That's out number 2. And it brings up Blake Judkins, who is 0 for 1. He has walked 3 times today. RBI walk, a walk, an E3, and a walk. So he's reached base every single time he's come up. Buffalo's got those runs that they gave up in the bottom of the 6th, all of them back at once here in the top of the 7th. Talking about being resilient, man. It's 12-8. First pitch to Judkins catches the outside corner for strike 1. So it's Judkins at the plate. It's Hodgel at second base. And Labus at first. 0-1 to Judkins. Pops his one up sky high. Shallow right field. Could be trouble. Who wants it? It's dropped again. Runner coming over to the third base area. 1 run is already scored in Gunnar Hodgel, and it's another error by the Timberwolves. Again, could be trouble. You're fighting the win, and Smith had himself in an awkward position trying to catch that ball, and it drops for another error by Norman North. An E3. And McAlester takes a 13-8 lead. Put the ball in play. Good things happen. I keep on saying it. Park and Dusenberry now back up at the plate. Runners at the corners. 2 down. He flies this one up to around the same area. Shallow right field, and coming in and making the catch in center field is the center fielder Lundqvist all the way in right field. He ran a long way to grab that ball. But 4 runs scored by the McAlester Buffaloes with a little bit of help from the Norman North defense. They put up a 4 spot for the 3rd time today, and let's see who will be up to try to finish this one out. 13-8 McAlester leads. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from.
This Pathfinder looks just right.
Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
We are back here in Norman, Oklahoma, where the McAlester Buffaloes look to put a pin in the Cleveland County Classic with a win. They lead 13-8 as they put up another 4 spot in the top of the 7th inning, and coming in not in a safe situation, but coming in regardless here to try to finish this one out is Jordan Clark. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop, 2201 North Main Street, McAlester, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. So the only 2 pitchers that were not available for McAlester, again, when you consider pitch count, I don't know what their plans were, when you consider pitch count, was Lucas Johns and Max Harmon. Here's the first pitch from Jordan Clark. That'll be lined foul for strike 1. And Max Harmon and Lucas Johns, because of pitch count, were the only 2 that were unavailable due to a pitch count. Everyone else was available. So Jordan Clark, he's having his first outing since the 3rd game of the year against the Durant Lions. He's only pitched in 2/3 of an inning. He went up against the Bixby Spartans on opening day, and then 2 games later against Durant back at home. 0-1 pitch, goes with the off-speed, swing and a miss for strike 2. He has given up 3 earned runs, no strikeouts, 2 walks, 4 hits. Next pitch. Foul back into the glove, strike 3. On 3 pitches, Jordan Clark, welcome to the ball game, or at least welcome to the mound. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 1 down, McAlester is 2 outs away. That was a strikeout of Will Lundquist, too. Pretty impressive. Will Lundquist, who we've been bragging about pretty much this entire game. Brings up Charles Copus. He is 0 for 3. He lines this one to the second baseman on 1 hop. Stinchcomb grabs it, throws it on the run over to first base to Labus for out number 2. So a quick 2 up, 2 down for Jordan Clark on the mound. That's a 4-3 ground out, and Luke Spencer will be the last line of defense for the Norman North Timberwolves. Spencer is 0 for 1. He's walked twice and lined out to center field. The pitch from Clark bounces into McKinney for ball 1. So it's a 5-run lead for McAlester. Should Clark get into any trouble? Another pitcher that was warming up for McAlester was Parker Dusenberry. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Again, he's got a 5-run cushion here. He's been filling up the zone here early, including his first strikeout of the season. 1-0 pitch. Right down Broadway, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike from Jordan Clark to Luke Spencer. Wind once again blowing in from center field. McAlester an out away from taking down the 6A Norman North Timberwolves. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 pitch away from winning McAllister's only game in the 2025 Cleveland County Classic. Can they come to Norman and take a dub? The 1-2 pitch, off speed, inside corner, strike 3, got him looking. Way to go, Jay Boogie. comes in and locks it down, and McAlester wins 13-8 over the Norman North Timberwolves. And what was a fantastic game all throughout. McAlester scoring 4 runs in an inning 3 different times leads to a 13-8 win. Ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo fans far and wide, grab that brush and paint that win column. Black and gold, 13-8 our final. We have a lot to recap when we return. But again, McAlester goes to Norman and takes home a win, and they will be riding high with winners of 2 straight as they get ready for Tahlequah next Monday back at Mike Deek. Again, we'll take a break and return. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
Ready for a home run in comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you deserve.
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress is now having their Mega Tax Refund Sale. All in-stock furniture and mattresses drastically reduced. We're talking huge savings here. Get the new furniture that you have been waiting for. No credit needed or up to 18 months interest-free financing. Don't miss this tax refund mega sale. Free local delivery. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress. 5 South 5th Street, McAlester. Go Buff. Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability, we're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from. This Pathfinder looks just right. Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish Like magic, we can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
What a win for the McAlester Buffaloes. They take down the Norman North Timberwolves of 6A, and they improved to 9-8 on the year. They forced the Norman North Timberwolves to drop to 9-8 themselves. Again, they take down the fifth-ranked team in 6A2 right now. So it's a really good win for McAlester. They did get a little bit of help, but also they gave help in return. Again, both teams had 4 errors apiece. We'll speak a little bit more with our post-game stats, brought to you by Big V Feed Center. See Big V Feed Center in McAlester, Hadco Farm and Ranch in Kiowa, and Shakota Wholesale Feed Company in Shakota for your spring feeding program needs. It was a long, winding, weird game, but McAlester ends up winning it by having over double the hits of the Timberwolves. They ended up striking out just one less batter than the Timberwolves, and they also gave up less free passes than Norman North. But like I said, both teams had 4 errors apiece. Let's get to it, starting off with Norman North. Kylan Johnson went 1 for 3 with 2 RBI on a 2 RBI single. Ty Lashbrook went 0 for 2. Will Lundquist went 0 for 2 with an RBI. Charles Kopis went 0 for 4. Luke Spencer 0 for 2. Trevor Smith 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Austin Eyrig 0 for 2. Carson Hawk 0 for 2 with 2 double play balls. And Evan Vineyard 2 for 2 with 2 RBI out of the 9-hole. He was the best batter for the Timberwolves today. So again, the loss today goes to, let's see, that actually goes to Terry Purcell because he was responsible for the runners when he came out of the game in a tie game at 5-5. Even though he pitched pretty well, he pitched almost 100 pitches today and really held it down for Norman North and gave them a shot after McAlester took an early 4-0 lead in the first inning. But really what hurt Norman North today, after they had 5 strikeouts combined between the 4 pitchers, were the free passes. A lot of walks today. I don't think there were any hit by pitches, all of them walks. They walked 10 McAlester batters, and they had 4 errors. That really is what set Norman North up for failure today. The McAlester Buffaloes took advantage of it in ways that they hadn't been able to do that against Booker T in their first 2 games earlier this week. Jackson McKinney went 2 for 5 with an RBI double. Spencer Stinchcomb 1 for 4. Denver Durant 2 for 3. He was also walked twice. Gunnar Hodgel 2 for 4 with 2 RBI. Cole Lavis, have yourself a day. A home run away from the cycle. He went 3 for 4 with 4 RBI, including the biggest hit of the day, a bases-clearing 3 RBI triple back in inning number 6. Jackson Morgan went 0 for 3 with an RBI walk. Blake Judkins went 0 for 2, walking 3 times. He also had an RBI on an RBI walk in the first inning as well. And Parker Dusenberry, he went 0 for 3 with an RBI sac fly. Jordan Clark went 0 for 3. Gavin Brumley 1 for 1 with a pinch hit single. So Grant Mullins does get the win because when he exited the game officially, McAlester retook the lead to go up, I believe at the time it was 9-5. Between Mullins, Alford, and Clark, McAlester struck out 4 Timberwolf batters, 2 of them coming from Jordan Clark in the 7th inning. He doesn't get the save because it wasn't a safe situation since McAlester had a 5-run lead, but still he was excellent in relief, and so was Wilson Alford. I mean, he got himself into a little bit of trouble. But he delivered the pitches that he needed to be able to keep McAlester in the lead, and like I said, he still is coming into some tough situations. He had the bases loaded with nobody out and was still only holding them to 3 runs in that situation. McAlester did give up 7 walks / hit by pitches and 4 errors themselves, but they handled themselves a little bit better down the stretch than Norman North did, and that really was the difference. McAlester scoring 4 runs in an inning 3 different times today to win 13-8. And like I said, this is a big win for McAlester. They defeat a 6A team. Not often has McAlester done that here in the last 4 or 5 years. So for them to be able to take down the Norman North Timberwolves, a team that made it to the state tournament. I know they graduated some players too, but they went to the state tournament just 6 years ago in 2019 and is heavily competitive in 6A as well. It's a very good win for the Buffaloes, a team that went 19-17 last year in 6A. McAlester is able to get the win and improve to 9-8 on the year. So as I was mentioning earlier in the broadcast, the McAlester Buffaloes now are getting fine-tuned up for Tahlequah next week. They welcome the Tigers to Mike Deke Field on Monday, and then they travel to Tahlequah on Tuesday. And after all this rain and all this wind, all this cold weather, we might still have some chilly temperatures here and there next week, but looks like the sun is going to shine on us next week, and we should have some pretty good weather for not just that, but also the Mike Deke shootout. But of course, Oklahoma's weird. It can change on the drop of a hat. And we've had a lot of hats drop today with all the winds that we've had. So we'll keep you updated, but it looks like so far it's going to be a pretty nice week next week. So that's going to do it for us today. Again, our first pitch time today was 2:57. Final pitch time, 5:18 with the strikeout from Jordan Clark. So it was a total broadcast time of 2 hours and 21 minutes. Total game time of 2 hours and 21 minutes here today. This game has been brought to you by Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, WE Alford Propane, Fenton Nissan and McAlester, Big John's Auto Repair, The Bank & A, First Realty, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Tandy Hill Furniture and Mattress, and JP All-American Outdoor Contracting, LLC. Thank you guys for putting us on the air not just today, but all season long. And that's going to do it for the Cleveland County Classic. The McAlester Buffaloes originally scheduled to play 3 games, but Oklahoma weather is going to Oklahoma weather, and they win their only one here at the Cleveland County Classic in Norman, Oklahoma. So a big thank you to our board operator, Mr. Nate Brown, for his work this evening, and thank you, the listener, for spending your Thursday afternoon with us as well. One final time from the Norman Baseball Stadium in Norman, Oklahoma, in the Cleveland County Classic, it was the McAlester Buffaloes 13 and the Norman North Timberwolves 8. Until next week when we start the district series with the Tahlequah Tigers on Monday at Mike Deek Field, this is Brandon Green saying Buffaloes win. And don't just have a great night. Have a Buffalo night, everybody.